A nuclear apocalypse will prove inevitable if Russia's adversaries do not realize the impossibility of bringing Moscow to its knees or inflicting a strategic defeat on it, Security Council Deputy Chairman Dmitry Medvedev said on his VKontakte page. Commenting on the outcome of the conversation between Russian President Vladimir Putin and his US counterpart, Donald Trump, he pointed out that Moscow's opponents must realize as soon as possible the fruitlessness of attempts to inflict defeat on it and engage in diplomacy. If they don't, we'll get back to where we were. The doomsday clock will keep on ticking towards midnight, and then we will surely behold a pale horse, and the horseman's name will be death. He cited a quote from the book of the Revelation. According to the official, contacts and consultations are much more valuable than chest thumping and the desire to see the strategic defeat of a country like Russia. That would be a very dangerous thing anyway, because it is impossible to bring us to our knees. The quicker our adversaries realize this, the better, Medvedev said. Medvedev wrote that the US attempt to dominate the entire world under former President Joe Biden was a grave mistake that nearly cost humanity its existence. It's just that, at some point, the US appointed itself as the leading country of our planet. It decided that it had the right to rule the world, the right to impose unlawful sanctions, the right to deprive our citizens of their freedom, the right to wage hybrid wars against our people, and the right to execute and pardon. This was a grave mistake that nearly cost humanity its existence on Earth, Medvedev said. No previous government in Washington had done so until Biden's team came to power, Medvedev noted. Yes, we argued with America to the point of fury, sometimes on the verge of a direct clash. However, no one imposed personal sanctions against Khrushchev during the Cuban Missile Crisis, Brezhnev during the Afghan conflict, or blocked contacts between the leaders. On the contrary, they continued to communicate, which allowed them to overcome crisis, Medvedev emphasized. He said that the conversation between Russian President Vladimir Putin and the US leader Donald Trump, which took place the day before, is truly significant, as the world was on the verge of the apocalypse due to the collapse of relations between the two countries. The talk between the Russian and US presidents has finally taken place, which is very important in itself. The previous US administration cancelled all high-level contacts in an attempt to punish and humiliate Russia. As a result, the world was teetering on the brink of apocalypse, Medvedev said. Peace through force, you say? Sometimes this concept really works. For example, demonstrating a real, not invented by someone, balance of power, like today in Kiev after the arrival of our missiles and UAVs, Medvedev wrote. As a result of a missile strike on Kiev on the night of February the 12th, one person was killed and 3 others, including a child, were injured. Medvedev also called the statements of Ukrainian leader about exchanging territories with the Russian Federation nonsense. For such people, the only way to heal is to feel Russian again, on the advice of the US president, Medvedev said.
A car hit a union demonstration in central Munich on Thursday, injuring at least 28 people including children, authorities said. According to Associated Press, authorities said it was believed to be an attack, and a suspect, an Afghan asylum seeker, was arrested. Speaking earlier, Bernhard Peschke, from Munich's fire brigade, gave a lower figure of at least 20 injured, adding, "We can't rule out the danger to life for some of them." Participants in a demonstration by the Service Workers Union Ver.D were walking along a street near downtown Munich at about 10:30 a.m. when the car overtook a police vehicle following the gathering and hit into the back of the group. Officers arrested a suspect after firing a shot at the car, Deputy Police Chief Christian Huber said. He added that at least 28 people were believed to be injured, some of them seriously. A damaged Mini could be seen at the scene, along with debris including shoes. The suspect was a 24-year-old Afghan asylum seeker, Huber said. Bavarian Governor Markus Söder told reporters at the scene it was a suspected attack. The incident follows a series of attacks involving immigrants in recent months that have pushed migration to the forefront of the campaign for Germany's February 23 election. Most recently, a 2-year-old boy and another person were killed in a knife attack in Aschaffenburg, also in Bavaria. The Bavarian capital will see heavy security in the coming days because the 3-day Munich Security Conference, an annual gathering of international foreign and security policy officials, opens on Friday. Bavaria's State Interior Minister, Joachim Herrmann, said authorities do not believe the incident was connected to the conference, but they still need to determine the motive.
Gegen 10:30 Uhr ist in der Dachauer Straße, Ecke Seidelstraße, ein Fahrzeug in eine Personengruppe gefahren. Dadurch wurden mehrere Personen verletzt. Wir sind mit starken Kräften im Einsatz. Außer uns ist auch die Feuerwehr und der Rettungsdienst im Einsatz. Die Versammlung war eine Versammlung mit angemeldeten 2500 Teilnehmern. Wie viele es tatsächlich waren, ist mir im Moment noch nicht bekannt und die Versammlung war angemeldet von Verdi.
Also jetzt bitte beim Verkehrsunfall in der Seidelstraße geben. Aktuell müssen wir von mindestens 20 Verletzten ausgehen, die bis Stand jetzt rettungsdienstlich versorgt wurden durch die Kollegen der Hilfsorganisationen und der Feuerwehr. Von diesen 20 ist eine unbestimmte Zahl schwer und schwerst verletzt, davon müssen wir ausgehen. Und dadurch, dass sich doch einige leichter Verletzte in die umliegenden Gebäude begeben haben, können wir auch noch nicht abschließend sagen, ob das unsere letzte Zahl der Verletzten ist. Aber aktuell 20 Verletzte, zum Teil schwer. Und wir können auch bei einigen Lebensgefahr nicht ausschließen.